Hello folks, it's Rever here, back for another episode of Gifts of the Caucasus, and I am in the middle of a big harvest. If we take a look at my map, I've just gotten done doing field 19 and field 18. This had corn in it, this had barley, and now I'm about to start working on the wheat field, and in the meantime I have been cutting grass. So I've already cut the town field and the shop field, and now I'm on field 13. And it gets kind of hectic. I'm chasing for both of these, this Harvester and the Crone Big X 580. In the meantime, this guy's still selling off some chaff or some silage. And field 18, because it had barley in it, has windrow that I'll, once I get done doing the field 13 grass, we can move over to field 18. Hopefully, I've just started recording. It's a little bit after 5 a.m. at game time, and that is because it was just too dark. It was actually, it's daylight out in real life, and it's kind of hard to even see the screen. But I pushed through it. Go over to this field, get this guy all set up. Probably put our question mark. And if we look at warehouses, farm food storage, you'll see we now have over 200. That's a marker. We now have over 200,000 barley. Corn, we have 270,000 corn, and we're about to get another big shot of wheat here. Let's go back. I think we saved this course. Let's get rid of the question mark. This guy, and close that. I think it would just be field 16 harvest. That's where it starts. Just for the sake of, you can see I have 43% chaff, so I now have to run a load down to the market, or to the silo. Alright, so let's just hit B, I guess. And do my normal, oops, I missed a little bit there. Starting right here. That seems to work. So now I can jump over to this tractor. And which way is that guy heading? He's going downhill. So let's go downhill. Top this guy up. So what I did was I knew I more or less remembered I had about 30,000 here. So I made to my chaff guy. This went through sides all the way up on this trailer. I pulled 50. Topped up. We'll take him down to the silo. AGM. Stay here. Yeah, so since I last left you, in a sense a lot has happened. Nothing too unique. Taking care of the fields, chasing these guys around. It's an issue of timing. I think there's enough time to do all of this, but it's just that, you know, you kind of need to hopefully time it so that they're unloading people and not running over the crops. The chaff guy's no problem. You can kind of catch him anywhere because he switches his direction every time. Comes to trying to get your wheat harvest, regular harvester going. You don't want to run down the crops with this crop destruction. And I can see he's at 67%, plus he's got a lot smaller bin, a lot smaller capacity on that harvester, so you end up having to go get him faster. So I left that guy down the end of the field, but I should get over there before I dump this. Let's see if we can. See if we can You can see I'm so used to doing it. I know pretty much right where to park them. Stick with them. Turn. So yeah, a lot going on for a harvest. I did want to do one more thing. This thing settle down. I tend to get caught up for a couple seconds now and again. There's not much waiting around doing it this way. And, you know, it keeps me busy. I also don't have to put it. The real idiots in horseplay are the chasers. They're really the ones that mess it up badly. I'll take this guy along here a good ways. So I don't have to chase him so far. I'll come back to him. And this one. Should be able to make it around here at least. So I got one headland on this course, so we'll get to the back and forth real quickly. So let's get this guy dropped off. Course play for him. And I could course play this. This tractor doesn't do the greatest though with course play. If you look, you kind of have to hit this at, well, as the pile gets bigger and bigger, you want to be going at least like 20 something. Do this Evel Knievel thing there. But he pops right up if you do. How much do we have in this one? We'll have 430, something like that. So two more, well, one more trip and then a partial one will fill this guy up. Which will definitely get off that field. It's the 3 grass fields seem to fill one silo up plus about 20,000. Then we're going to have all that windrow. Doing our wheat guy. F1. Helper menu. Yeah, he's at 68% already. Sometimes you can pop this open. See, he's about halfway. We'll give him another second. 80s until that tractor's right there. Okay, let's switch over. Look at that. Pro. That was pro move. No noob farm sim in there. Oh, there you can see your mouth, and then you get in front of your tractor and cause that noob traffic. That was pretty good. We got it. Alright, so here we go. It's all the way around the turn. Bring this guy back around that far corner. And that's our side. You see, our chaff is a lot slower. He's at 55%, so we still have time to get up there. This guy around here. Yeah, so it's working out pretty well. I think that, I'm not sure how often I'll show you guys this, but I want to get my loan down. It is costing me money. It's not the best time to go over the finances, but I think I already might have mentioned this, but, you know, just paying off that $400,000 cut the loan, the interest greatly. So I'd like to get another good chunk paid off. I would also like to get this chaff picked up. See, as far as, like I've said before in other videos, probably put out a couple less videos of this. Because I'm just going to grind my way when I have time. And I'm going away for a couple days. Be able to upload some videos that I'm a little bit ahead on, but I'm not sure that I'll have enough time to know I won't be recording. By the time I get back, I'll just about be out of them. I can upload the videos ahead. Well, hopefully I can. Uploading them can be a bit of a pain. But we'll get there. That's our wheat's back up to 65%. Part of the field here. There, so we'll get this guy empty. Get back to there real quick, hopefully before he overflows. So yeah, of course I could course play this, but these are the guys that get stuck the most. It's chasers, and they sit there. I am saving money, really $4,000 an hour you're saving. Axial flow is in traffic, so I guess I parked this guy in the wrong place. Yes, I did. Let's go. So he should start doing his up and down here. So get him empty. Yep. Cruise control set to 6. Get him empty, but have a slight breather because I'll still have about 20,000. I forget, I have 30-some thousand in that trailer, which holds 50. So no sense in going back to the chaff guy until he gets up to 20,000. This guy, this is a bit of a pain. Because I think for this harvest, none of the fields that I have, and I was looking at the overall map, but none of the fields that I have really are that small or tight. They've all got a good, grass headland all the way around them in addition to that. So for that reason, and just for the sake of my real lifetime, if nothing else, I am going to purchase one of these. And I am going to purchase one of these. And I will go to this big daddy. I'm going to go get rid of, sell this guy off, so, oh yeah, I did that, when did I do that? I forget, I was in a hurry. Are you hooked on right now? Exactly the kind of move I made last time. Are you kidding me? I left that guy in traffic again. Oh, that's right. It's half road. It's empty now before he turns around. Yeah, that's insane. Guaranteed. I think he'd make it up that row anyway. Bring this guy all the way back down the other end, and then, through hitting miss, we'll start. I might even commit to just getting that grass. We're going to start planting the cornfield. There's no reason to. Unlike this field, it doesn't have windrow, so suck up the windrow rows. Let's park him where we know he's not going to be in traffic. So that's what I got for bragging earlier about Pro. Come back to this guy. Not sowing off seed. So I actually like the fact you empty this guy out. I've sold back a lot of seeds, and just always felt that, at becomes an unrealistic thing. You can go out to the field, change your field seed type. I know it's not totally realistic, any part of this game, but certainly when it comes to just a little tiny touch of reality there. Drone going up and down the field. Another cartload there to get real soon. So yeah, it's actually been a couple of hours of in-game time at least doing this kind of stuff. I wasn't buying planners, of course. Yeah, it's been quite a bit of running around. See, so our corn, from the time I started the sugar beets, not sugar beets, sunflower seeds. There you go. So I'm all ready to spray that if I ever get it planted. I'll get it. I shouldn't say that. Got the corn header right there. It's sort of becoming harvester central. There's the two new ones, so we'll get this guy into the selling bay. Yeah, this guy is a good planner. It's just he doesn't have the capacity. He has the capacity to do these fields, but he doesn't have the same width. And now that I got this big tractor, that's exactly why you would get such a big planner. So I spent all that money. Like I said, didn't even really look at how much money we got, but good. We're back up to 80,000. And let's see if we can figure out which one's the corn header, corn planter. Should be obvious. That doesn't look like a corn planter. This looks like a corn planter. Yep. So now we gotta get some seeds in them. Forget how much this guy holds. Oh, look, our wheat harvester's about to stop. Yeah, that's the other casualty of it. Oop. 35,000 in this. The other guy's filled up. I guess we should do another round of emptying these guys before we try to get that corn done. But next time things settle down, you'll see what I mean. It's get the, I had what, a 3-4 minute gap where there wasn't too much to do. Those cases when you just don't get back out there in time like I just did to keep it moving. I was just not paying attention. Sometimes it's unavoidable. They just both need to be emptied and carted away at the same exact time. So I'm going to stop this guy here. Hopefully I can get... This guy takes, even when it just takes him a lot longer to slip it anyway. A lot longer to fill up, so it's a little less stressful. That's also where I'd want to get the overloader wagon. Yeah, come on, buddy. So a lot of times, say he's freeing himself, and he might be shifted into with the. Let's jump over there and see if we can tell what he's doing. So he's got the 4-wheel drive. See how he puts on the posi traction or whatever it is for like a second, but he doesn't keep it on. See, I don't know if you can see that down in this corner, down on the drive control here. See, if he would just leave that on for a minute, he'd probably be okay in some situations. Sometimes it's not true because it'll just get him stuck worse. Not too much worse than not moving at all. You know what I mean? He gets himself really deep in. So him driving again. Get back over into him. Get him spun around. Run this over to the BGM. down. How's our wheat guy going? 57%, that is. That's good, buddy. Yeah, so we'll try to get that corn course played. I like that for a tongue twister. Corn course played. No, not too hard. Sally sells seashells. Yeah, you might have watched me in the last video. You can just see this guy he has 100 less horsepower than that tractor trailer setup does. And you can just tell, going back up the hill there to chase him was a little slower. This is only 32 miles an hour because he just doesn't get up to speed as quickly. And that's even particularly true if you set up the dolly with that other wagon. So that other wagon's carrying 60. So let's speak about the other wagon. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. Well, I knew it was going to happen if I forgot to go over there. So you end up doing this kind of thing, or at least I do a little bit more. Learn to not get too upset by it. Be patient about that windrow coming out so your guy can still pick it up. Show you little spots of windrow that you waste. Is that going to fill him up? No, probably not, but he's going to need to run to the thingy pretty soon too. With the next row. Maybe even this row. So he'll have to go too. There. Hit the truck. Dirty truck. Dirty everything. Like I said, I've been going at it for a while now. So I'm actually going to go. Chaff guy's still doing good. At least he's running around. Yeah, so I'll probably sell off that other. I don't know if I should. Yeah, I'll sell off that other smaller planter too. Even if I plant potatoes or other such things, well, the potatoes have their own sweet beets or corn. And I noticed you should be able to plant any of the carrots and the onions, I think, with this big planter too. Which at this point, as I've said, I'm not in a big hurry. This is, I think I'm going to do corn. Power washer. Yeah, the power washer I've learned is like an immovable object, which is not too bad in that case. I'd rather have hit him than the trailer, the gas trailer. This way. Make the loop around the main farm. So, it's a bit of a pain turn right there. So how are we doing? Chaff's at 66%. See what I mean? Like, it's a big rush, and I hope you guys can, I don't know if you can read those numbers on the glance mod, but it's at 67% full in the harvester. The wheat harvester is 52% full. Tractors down there is full of chaff. This guy is just getting empty. I think I'll be alright. Because if I can get down there and offload this guy on his, call it, downwind run, pipe out. Looks like he just, I can kind of see him in the map down there. Looks like he just made his turn. So it should be in pretty good shape. So yeah, you'll see if you do this, it keeps you pretty busy just chasing. And there's been maps where I've, course played it. And I may do that on this map more, especially with the overloader. If you're not having to run all the way back to the farm like this, I could just course play this portion of it. He doesn't tend to run all over, and obviously the harvesters, if you leave enough headlands, they usually do okay. Look at that, 92%. We're going to make it. Probably not. 96, 7, 8. Now there's a little bit of delay to that. Yeah, didn't make it. That's all close enough. Furry kept running, but you just have to expect that. See, so now that this trailer's empty, and the other trailer will be empty, when I do catch up with things, I'll have a few minutes to go start to keep dealing with the corn situation. Corn planting. I didn't want to just go ahead and do the corn planting and stop these fellows from doing their work. Alright, good enough for now. Let's get him going again. Yeah, I haven't even dumped him off yet. Oh, look, I sped up the time. Gosh darn it. Yeah, it's already 7 o'clock in the morning. Not that I care that much in some ways, but yeah, I need to really move that other guy off of Control 8. Just because he's too commonly used. It's the second time I did it. So if you're not real careful about hitting Control first and talking too much. Buddy, there you are. Good job. Slowed me down. Am I going to make it up on here? See, I was doing, I don't know what, 22 something. And I just barely made it up here. You really want to be doing like 25, 26. Which is a little bit silly. Yeah, this guy won't quite fill him up, but that's alright. We'll be ready to compact shortly. We'll have another 250 grand in the bank. And see, sometimes I've even made that. Surprised myself so much I made it. Fouled up my run up. This side doesn't, see how it's a little more, I'm not able to, or I haven't been filling them up as much. Okay. 39%. It's not too bad. So we're still all right getting back there. But it looks like the chaff guy's going to fill up. Looks like the chrome's going to be full by the time I get back there. But we'll get him emptied, and this guy can get run right back down. You know, no rest for the weary, right? Not too long from now, my mom needs to go to Ireland. Last thing I want to do is drop her off at the airport late. They've been having some kind of TSA strikes. Shortages of manpower, I should say, not strikes. Supposedly the lines are kind of crazy, so she wants to get there very early. Come on, tractor. So once we get the corn seeder going, I'll probably call it an episode. It's been going a fair amount of time at this point. Thought I'd show you some of the excitement. This is as exciting as it gets off camera when you guys aren't here for me to show you. And then when we come back, I'll probably have things settled. I might come back for, short segments here and there and tell you what the plan is. But no, for now, the plan is to get the wheat guy's fault, is to get that corn planted and then sort of decide on the other crops. I haven't thought about it too much at this instant. So let's go with this guy. He should be on his pipe out run. He's still up there. So that means I need to stop him. Settled. After, well, now then we got to run that other wagon down to the BGM again. So here, yeah, at some point here, another bigger harvester would be good. But again, once you get the auger wagon going, and I got enough tractors, you know, to keep all of this going, I might not be able to do the planting as well, but. And I'm not in a hurry. I don't necessarily want all three of these fairly big fields came to harvest at once. I think what I'd like to do is get that corn going ahead of time and even just let a growth cycle pass so that things are a little bit more spread out. And it does, you know, I'll get them all done before they would go to wither, but I'd rather just spread them out a bit. To be honest, anyway. Gets to be a whole lot to do in a short period of time, and then the rest of the day there's really just not that much. So let's now go where? This guy. So we gotta get him down to the BGM. How much of this field? So we got half. At least a third of that field. Those headlands, get the word out. Headlands, it's a lot of crops you take off from the headlands. So between the headlands and him being about halfway through the width of the field, probably got a good third left to go. Just getting, so we'll get at least one more load, and then probably a partial load. See the field right there, field 18, where our trees are. Trees haven't grown yet, so I just sort of pretended they weren't there. Probably not the right thing to do if reality was king, but as you guys have learned in my videos, I play Farm Sim the game. I only take it so seriously on certain times. I mentioned Grizzly Land. I'm not sure if I will put that up, but I made a short video on that. Just me taking a look at it, see if that's something we wouldn't want to do. As I said, I know some people are interested in coming to the channel for soil mod. Oh, we made it. That's the last time I'll have to get up here with this trailer on. Filled up. So what we'll do is dump the rest of this off. There we go. Okay, let's just take you down here. Where this other guy's going to go, just right here. Q, and then come to here and grass operations, and that is silo 2, and I want to compact it. And so I will. Tool, of course. So let's put him on F1. He's going kind of slow, so let's just speed him up a tiny bit. 9 seems to be pretty reasonable for this operation. Alright, so he's doing that. So the heck with this guy over there with the chaffs. We need to get to our wheat guy again, which is this guy. He seems to be behind us. At least this time his pipe's sticking out. There you go. I think we're going to catch a break here, or a breath. While that guy's compacting that silo, we can go get the corn going. Chaff guy's still got plenty of room for the moment. This guy's empty. Yeah, so in terms of farm sim, I got plenty going on right now. I have even more going when that guy's doing his corn planting. Run up to the main farm and get some seeds. This guy down a little bit further, kind of guarantee he's going to stop blowing this pipe out, even if I don't get to it in time. A little annoying to have to stop him, and then minutes to get that taken care of. Good enough. Hit down this other end first. Yeah, so at least I feel like a farmer now that farms something else besides silage. Of course, silage is still involved, but probably be my only negative about the farm is that, or not the only negative, but one of the bigger ones is, and that's my choice, of course. I wish you wouldn't have to do silage, but, for trying to get out steady recordings to everybody, that's not just me doing silage. Become a challenge at times. So where do we go? We're going to this guy real quick to check on him. 72. So he's almost done. So let's go back to this guy. How did I not hit that sign? Oh. That. Alright, so we'll go get some seeds, but he has enough seeds to seeds 5 times. Start building up the crops even further, but we'll also start with the eye of selling. Start paying a little more attention to the pricing at that point. Since we'll be able to meet any contract, that's with having over the 100,000. I think I don't remember anybody else in any of the Gifts of Caucasus videos having a contract for more than that. Even if we hit a regular old high demand, have an amount to sell and still keep enough for the contracts. I'm going to kind of not even count the first 100,000 as part of it. Oh yeah, you're getting towards the end of the field where you slip. This is the first time he slips. He usually works his way out. It's the next time, so it's a problem. To be honest, right now our focus is just going to be getting this corn guy back out there. Get enough fuel. Just got enough fuel. My top him also right here. You're just not going to get yourself out of it, big guy. Big X. Alright, so we want corn. Alright, so while we're filling the corn, let's go. Let me see a little bit of progress there. If you just keep this on, it'll do fine. Can't blame the guys at course play somewhat. I don't know if it's their fault, if it's just this machine itself. Alright, how much you got in there? Getting kind of full, actually. So let's go back to this guy real quick. He's only at 92%. So we're going back to this guy. Give him a little gas. Fuel, probably diesel fuel, I would imagine. I would doubt that this big a tractor would be gas, but I guess it's possible. Yeah, holds 9,000 seeds. Yep. Probably on our way out there. The wheat guy is now done. Chaff guy is going to be filled up. horseplay going. Let's see if we can do this while we're driving without killing anybody. Field work. Let's field. The width of this thing. I think it's 9. Oh, it's 12. It might be 9. I'd say 9. It would probably remember better than me. And we are going to start in the northwest corner. East. We're going to do one headland. So you can click that, it changes that little arrow so you can do the headlands afterwards. So it's sort of saying like I'm going to go up and down the rows and then I'm going to go to the headland. There's a couple of things for you. One is it puts. Alright, so let's double check. Let's double check this guy. Yeah, 9. Okay, we'll leave it on that. And I thought that thing might be right. So let's calculate that guy up. And I do like to see that. Even if it annoys some of you guys, it's okay. Yep. Alright, so let's drive course, first waypoint, wrong tool. Oh yeah, I guess I do want to see stuff, don't I? Alright, so he's going. We'll get down to here, get this guy emptied. Yeah, see, he barely makes the row. It's nice when they... Oh, he didn't even make it one row. That's a no good. Let's get in here real quick. One again. He's about to stop too. Alright, well, it's time for me to get ready in real life. Let's leave the house for a few minutes. So we'll get some dinner. And this episode's probably long enough, but you got a good idea what I'm going to continue to do and what I was doing all night, so to speak. And I'll be back with another episode sometime soon. We'll see, take another look at the grain mill, and like I said, I'll probably come back with a short segment once we decide what to plant and whatnot, see what I want to put where. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Take care.